Okay.
And Orly Shani, your future is so bright that you have to wear shades, my friend.
I've got to wear tons of shades and fabulous shades and crazy shades. This was one of the most fun things this morning because I went in the craft room and started grabbing little accoutrements, and it was like, well, I could use those and I could use those. Anything can work for this project.
Where did this idea come from?
Well, let's take a look at a couple photos here. So the statement glasses are really are clearly making a big statement, and a lot of people are wearing them. And I love this version on Miley. It's really sort of silly and playful and fun and whimsical. And then there's a little bit more of the classy version, elegante, if you will, with the pearls. So depending on your personal style, depending on the colors that you wear, you can really make sure these fit your style.
Let's see what that looks like. I'd like to see a split screen.
Oh, a little split screen
of you and Kris Jenner. Those on the left are Chanel's.
I have to do the slight.
Wow. Yeah, you need to look like you're angry.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
No,
but the ones that she's wearing are Chanel's.
Oh yeah,
they're
over
very
$1,000.
expensive.
Over
Yes.
$1,000, and there's a lot of brands that are getting in on this. Dolce & Gabbana has these really cool gold floral crusted ones. So there's a whole lot of brands that are doing it in the really high price point. Not necessarily.
Lisa has her own line of
I have an
glasses.
eyewear line.
Has anyone
I know.
made glasses more iconic than this woman? I do not think so.
But these are so cute. If you could have sprinkles and
I know.
stars.
Your glass is edible. It's what I want to do.
Not yet, actually. Do you have any glue?
Yeah, no worries. I got you covered. I got you covered.
All right, so what do we need
Love
for
snacks.
materials and
All
how
right,
do we get started?
you need a pair of sunglasses. I would really recommend using a pair of inexpensive sunglasses for this. Don't use your best, your favorite. Make this more of a fun little project. I'm gonna link on my Facebook page all of these that I bought. Like, they're all under $9.
Oh, that's great.
Super inexpensive. So you need your sunglasses. Then you need either, this is a puff paint. So you need either a puff paint or E6000 is a really great glue to use, and I'll show you
puff paint's
how I
like
made
so
this.
many colors too.
A million colors. So that made obviously the donut version, which is
so
Oh, it's like
really fun.
frosting.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll show you how I did it. So basically what you're gonna do is take your puff paint. You wanna pop out your glasses. That's another thing that's really good about the less expensive sunglasses is the lenses
lenses
pop right
just
out.
come right
They
out.
pop in and out very easily.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue.
Can I ask you a question about that? Because is there any way to like warm that so it comes out easier, or is it always that
It comes out easily, but you just really want to like get it all to the edge,
To the tip.
because as you start to squeeze and you try to be precise, your hand might
Yeah.
shake a little bit.
That's
If that
what I was saying,
happens-
because it's really,
It kind of makes your wrist hurt.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you're trying to do it in
so
such a
hard.
delicate.
Whoa, I like that.
Oh.
And it
And
popped
we got
out.
a little too much
The good
icing.
news is that you can just go like this and clean
there you
it
go.
right up. Yeah, so don't worry. If you do that, that's a really easy fix. So you're gonna go like this, and you're just going to try to go all the way around as evenly as you can. And if you notice anything is uneven, don't squeeze the paint now, and just use the tip of it to kind of like,
Just spread it out.
yeah,
Pop of color.
exactly.
What's
And-
your playtime with this before it like starts
Oh, a
to
while.
harden? You
A
got
while.
time to-
This actually
okay.
takes a little while to dry. So while it's drying, keep it out of the sun, because I want to show you. The next thing is we're going to take real sprinkles.
Oh my God.
So this is,
Every color.
these are real, yeah. So now once this is wet, you're just going to drop it on, and it acts like glue. Because the
that's
paint is
great.
still wet, and because it's puff paint, it raises up and looks kind of like a donut.
Okay, and these are real sprinkles, so that begs the question, if you are at a barbecue, are you going to be attacked by flies?
No, yeah, right. Okay,
Or will they get really sticky and start to run down your face?
So there's a couple things to consider here.
Okay.
First, they are perishable, basically. So
Okay.
this is a project that would be really fun for like an event, a day, a photo shoot, something a little bit more playful like that. What you can do is, once you let them fully dry, then go in and cover it with either Mod Podge or like a spray varnish.
Wow.
Really only do
Oh,
that if you've popped
seal
the
it.
lenses out, because you don't want to get that on your lens.
Right.
So you can do it, and it will seal it in.
Forever.
And then you won't, yes and no. It's kind of like, you know, when you, Dave Lowe had a
Forever's a
good
long
explanation. You know when you seal like leaves that are not dried yet, and you seal them,
Yeah.
they're still going to change. They're still going to like change color
little
and
bit.
kind of die over time. So it's not going to like preserve them forever, but it will give you a
Eventually
lot
leave.
more time.
That's
So this
so
is
cute.
this version. Now, there are other versions
many
like this
others.
one.
Sure.
And I want to show a quick way of doing that. So I'm going to use this pair of sunglasses here. They're not quite, the frames aren't quite as thick as this version, so I'm just going to do little flowers on the top as opposed to all the way around.
Okay.
So consider that is your surface. How much surface area do you have? So for that, I'm gonna use E6000.
That sounds so strong.
E6000.
Oh,
Yes.
isn't it? I know.
like
You know what?
robots.
It's
Very.
one stronger than E5900.
It is.
Yeah, it
It
is.
is.
We go
But
one
only
stronger.
one.
But they finally got it
So
right
weird.
6,000 times later.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It only took them 6,000.
So here we go. Put a little bit of a dot. Again, if you mess it up, you can just use your finger. Now I'm gonna take these. I love these little guys.
So
And-
flowers. Where do you find such cute little flowers?
These are from the craft store.
So
These little guys are from the craft store. And now one other thing that I would do is it has a hole there. Can you see that little hole? So that's because these are actually used for jewelry or for sewing onto clothing and you need a hole. So what I want to do is hide that little hole with a tiny bit of glue. So
Okay.
I'm going to, you put a little drop like that on a piece of paper, take a little pearl.
I have a pearl of wisdom.
Get over
Could you
here.
use that?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can.
There we
real
go.
girl.
Dip it in
And then drop it.
and now
That'll
just
do it.
drop it right in that little spot.
And because that's just E6000, it lays flat.
is.
Yeah.
And-
It'll lay flat, and then you can do this on each corner.
How
and
Yeah,
that's
that's
even a
just
little
a
subtle
little
version.
accent of it
Exactly,
and
if you don't
not
want to go
going
so
way
crazy.
overboard.
Sunglasses to go
All
with
right.
my dress, you guys.
There you go.
There you go.